Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez the Psychic Witch and Boss the Kitten by Boss the Kitten. Drake, did you get that cuteness? Thank you so much. Okay, so obviously, you know, I think everybody who watches my videos know how much I love and adore cats, including this hissy fit over here, who doesn't want to be seen in the video but wants to be heard in the video, right? Right. Like I was saying. And of course, there's one more. I don't know if Drake can make this happen, but over here is Durga the cat, and she is sleeping so cute. She did a little stretch a little while ago. She stretched herself in like another crescent, and super cute. So those are my cats. You hear one, you see two. For a grand total of 3. Okay. So right now the time is approximately 9:14 p.m. Eastern Time. It is officially 9:14 p.m. Eastern Time. And the date is Monday, September 20th, 2021. Tonight is the night of the full moon in Pisces, and I am very, very excited about tonight's full moon in Pisces. First of all, I don't usually do anything the nights of the full moons. In fact, actually, I've mentioned this in videos before, but so for me personally, when it comes to, and I'm just looking at Durga because she's kind of like getting into a more comfortable position, but sometimes that involves things falling on the floor. So yeah, so far so good. By the way, there is a cat-themed tarot deck directly underneath her neck. And I don't want to disturb her, but of course I mentioned it, so I will quickly show you the pouch. And of course I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the pouch. It is a Llewellyn pouch, by the way. And it's so funny because for the longest time, somebody who's been using my psychic services for more than 25 years had given this to me. And I remember saying, well, I could only put a cat-themed tarot deck in here. And I forgot which one, because I have several of them. Oh yes, it is the Cat's Eye Tarot by Deborah M. Given. Dr. Given is a feline veterinarian. Like, that is her specialty. And she was the one that wrote the deck and illustrated the deck. And of course, I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, also known as Drake, do a copy of the title card of the Cat's Eye Tarot. And super cute over here, super cute over here. So yeah, so I'm really happy. And of course, I decided to reset the tarot deck. So as I was saying, in my personal magic practice, when it comes to full moons and new moons, I find that the night before a full moon has more power and oomph and magic and energy. So if I'm going to do something for the full moon, it's always going to be the night before the full moon, which is called the bright moon. And then how I was taught is that the dark moon, not the black moon, the black moon, that's right. I'm thinking about the video that I did a little while ago, and the black moon is the second new moon in the calendar month. It's not, oh wow. So I was technically correct. It is a new moon, but it's not the first new moon of the calendar month. Okay. Mystery solved. You didn't even know there was a mystery, now you know it's solved. Like I was saying, so yeah, so I'm definitely, so for me it's always the night before a bright moon, the night before a full moon, a bright moon, or the night before a new moon, a dark moon. And when I began using new moon wish lists, that excited me to do things on the night of a new moon. Alright, so that's explained. So, now we go to, I wanted to talk about how things went for me professionally at Notions and Potions this past weekend. So I was really, really happy to see a significant increase in the number of people who were either people of color, either black or brown or indigenous, or people that are Hispanic having readings with me this past weekend. That made me super happy. And interestingly enough, my first 3 or 4 clients on Friday, September 17th, 2021. Hi, Isis. Oh, let's do a close-up of Isis while she's still here. I know she's hissing, but we can see her. We can see her, right? Did you see? bitch! You bitch! You bitch! 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 I love you, but you bitch! Bitch! Coño! Fun fact, of my 3 cats, the one who has the characteristics most similar to mine, in quality and in abundance and in character, is Isis. Also fun fact, guess which cat I want to strangle the most? Yes, the one who is the most like me, like this bitch over here. This bitch wants to strangle that bitch. Not this cute little thing, that's bust. But that bitch over there wants to be this bitch over here. Yes, this bitch and that bitch. That'll be my new YouTube channel. This bitch and that bitch. Like I was saying. So right now, there are a handful of tarot decks that primarily focus on people of color, and specifically the Melanated Tarot, which is gorgeous. It has the traditional Rider-Waite imagery with melanated people, with people that have a distinct amount of melanin in their skin tone. There is only one Hispanic-themed oracle card deck that I know of offhand. I don't even know if there's any Hispanic-themed tarot deck. If there is, let me know. And I'm not talking about the Robin Hood Tarot in Spanish. That is not a Hispanic-themed tarot deck. That is a Celtic-themed tarot deck with the names of the cards in Spanish. That is not the same thing. Okay? Just FYI. So with that being said, I was very happy to use the Melanated Tarot for my first 3 to 4 clients last Friday. Very much so. And with one client, and I think she had a reading with me on Saturday, I used the Brujeria Oracle. The Brujeria Oracle, I actually found out about by accident on Instagram. The website, last time I visited, is no longer valid. But I will, and I definitely remember going to her Instagram account and nothing was there. So I hope that she comes back eventually. But I will tell you, I love the Brujeria Oracle. The cards are smaller than standard size for a tarot deck, which is interesting because most of the Oracle card decks that I encounter, the cards are larger than the standard size for a tarot deck. So it's interesting when I encounter an Oracle card deck that has cards that are smaller than the standard size for a tarot deck. Beautiful Oracle card deck. Very Puerto Rican, very Taino Indian, and just beautiful. And I love the accompanying PDF that goes with it. I love the richness of the descriptions. I love what she writes at the beginning. And you know, I did not realize that there were Taino Indians on Cuba as well, because I always associated the Taino Indian with Puerto Rico, not with Cuba. But there were Taino Indians in Cuba. In fact, there is a song, El Indio Caunabo, and it is about a Taino Indian on Cuba. And I don't remember the name of the group. I want to say it's Chico Alvarez and his Afro-Cuban Big Band, but I don't think so. I think it's another group. And I will include that in the description box because it's going to haunt me until I look it up. I'm going to look it up for myself after this video, but I digress. So professionally, things were totally wonderful at Notions and Potions this past weekend. As some of you know, because of some health issues that arose earlier this year, I was not able to go to Notions and Potions and to offer my psychic services at Notions and Potions until this month. And I will tell you that the concerns that I had about traveling on my own to the Hudson Valley, New York area have been rectified. They have been dismissed. Whatever concerns I had, whatever worries I had, whatever fears I had, they have been dispelled. So I can certainly travel on my own to the Hudson Valley area. Walking has actually become a lot easier. I was very happy to show one of the doctors with whom I met today that I was walking without the cane. They are going to observe me over the next few weeks, and you know, I definitely had expressed an interest in continuing physical therapy, but in the meantime, I know that I need to continue using the physical therapy exercises and resume using the pedal bike, and I definitely need to use the pedal bike as soon as possible. I'll probably do it tomorrow and Wednesday, because at this point it's around 9:25, and I've been taking it easy today because, you know, I expend a lot of energy when I offer sessions at Notions and Potions, and not to mention between the traveling to, the traveling from. So I like to really take it easy the day after I return. I don't always have that opportunity, and believe me, this doctor's appointment was very important. I'm not going to reschedule it. I definitely need to have this doctor's appointment. So I knew, and it became more important after Thursday, because I wanted to some things came up that I needed to have addressed and discussed and ask those questions. So this appointment was going to happen no matter what. I knew that I was exhausted. I took a very deep nap a few hours ago. It was funny because I remember waking up twice, and both times I did not know what date it was. It was like, that's how deep my sleep was. It was super deep, super deep. Yes. So I was really, really happy with Notions and Potions this weekend. I was really happy with the clients who came to me for sessions. I was very happy with the energies of the people. I was especially happy to have the opportunity to give somebody their very first reading. That is always a huge compliment for me. When somebody has a reading with me for the first time, or a session with me for the first time, that always honors me, because it's not like there's a shortage of readers in Beacon, New York, in New York City, in New York State, in the United States, internationally. So when somebody chooses me to have their first intuitive card reading experience, or their first psychic session experience, that's a humongous honor for me. Interestingly enough, the client told me this after I laid out the cards. So I actually used an oracle card deck with that client's reading, and of course I'm going to have Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, do a close-up of this gorgeous, gorgeous deck. This is one of my newest favorite goddess-themed oracle card decks. It is the Sacred Mothers and Goddesses Oracle, written and illustrated by Claudia Olivos. And it's one of the newest offerings from Blue Angel Publishing. So, and it was not a coincidence how much the cards that came out in her initial spread resonated with her. So I knew, even though my preference is when somebody's having their very first reading to use a tarot deck, given that the imagery resonated with her very deeply, I knew it was the right choice for her very first reading. So, yay! In the meantime, YouTube, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. Thank you so much for honoring all of us at both Notions and Potions and Catland Books, more commonly known as Catland, for all we do too. Thank you to all of you for all the likes, for all the comments, for all the shares, for all the subscriptions. Thank you to those of you who scheduled sessions. Thank you to those of you who are already scheduling your sessions. And of course, thank you to those of you who have bought me a coffee. Good night. Have a wonderful week. Make the most of this full moon in Pisces tonight, and stay tuned for the next video.